Hey guys, hope you are doing well today. I'm Miklós Denkler from CorionX, bringing you the most important crypto news every day to keep you updated and educated what's happening on the market and take benefits in this amazing, fast developing industry. Let's check at the sounds. Voice is working well. So let's share my screen and get into our most important daily crypto news. So let's start with our favorite crypto bubbles charts. You see that most of the altcoins are in green, especially Quant, 42%, Rune, 30%, and you guys know that Rune, Tor chain, was hacked at least 2 times in the past few weeks, but they are recovering well because they just refunded all the users that lost funds in the hack. And also we see that data Solana is pumping wow, and Siacoin, Monero Dash, Engine, RRR are also pumping well. Just few altcoins are in red, but Axis Infinity, MDX, and Leo pumped really well in the past few weeks. Let's check our favorite indicator, the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. And what a surprise, that are at 50 in the neutral zone. And yesterday the index was also in the neutral zone. So we see some recovery, at least in the crypto and fear index. So after two and a half steady extreme fear, that it started to became a neutral, and this is a good sign because, as you know, extreme fear sign that investors are too worried. That could be a buying opportunity. So that was in the last 2.5 months. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. So now investors are not greedy, they are just neutral on the market. So let's get into our first news. Bitcoin price is returning to 40,000, but will shorts have their revenge? So that's the question, if shorts will have their revenge or not. Interesting few days, a volatility firmly re-enters the Bitcoin market and sentiment transforms. So we see that Bitcoin gained back this 40,000 regions, and it's trading around this. I think in the past 24 hours, Bitcoin just crossed 30,000 almost 18 or maybe 20 times. A lot can happen from current BTC price levels. So let's see, 30,000 is a local max. So there's also lots of potential for shorts put on much lower to get liquidated if we rally even a little more. We'll see. It should be an interesting next few days, and I'm sure glad I caught up on sleep. So a lot of traders just putting short positions, and that is why, as most of the traders are doing that, like a horde, then maybe it will be a self-fulfilling prophecy, the opposite, that they will be just shaken out. Fear and greed index rises to level not seen since May. So we haven't seen this 50 since May. And yeah, so this is what we already talked about. So let's go into our next news. Technical analysis, Bitcoin eyes key upside break, why bulls remain in control. Okay, BTC is likely to climb further higher, about 40,500 and 41,000 US dollar, and trading around the supports level at 38,500, and also the 100 hourly simple moving average. So that's a good sign that Bitcoin holding this power, and it's trading around these key support levels. And then a high was formed near 40,930, and the price is now consolidating gains. It's corrected below the 30,000 support level. So as I mentioned Bitcoin crossed at least 18 or maybe 20 times the 30,000 levels in the past 24 hours. And yeah, resistance is near the 40,800 and the 41,000 levels. So 41,000 and 42,000 levels are the most important resistance. MACD gain pace in the bullish zone. RSI is about 50 level. So that's a good sign that we are gaining some momentum. And major supports are at 38,600 and 38,000. Major resistance 20,200, 20,500 and 22,000. But I think also at 21,000 we will have some small stop. Let's check the Bitcoin price. Let's see that Bitcoin was in falling wedge, broke up, perfectly reached our price target, and now it's hovering here on the daily chart. And let's the 4-hourly. So we see on the 4-hourly that it's just marked up higher highs, and also higher lows. So that's a good sign that we might see a trend reversal as we see these higher highs and higher lows again. But now Bitcoin is getting, it's losing its volatility and also volumes going down. So it is a sign that we can expect a huge move, even the upside or the downside, and also forming a symmetrical triangle, a kind of symmetrical triangle on the hourly chart. And we are going into the apex of this triangle. And you know, tomorrow is Friday, and on the during the weekend, big traders, big whales are not on the market. So that is why Bitcoin used to be very volatile during the weekend, because some whales can move the market up and down. So now we see that it's some big move will come in the next, let's say, 12 hours or so, or next 20 hours. Okay, so let's get back into our news. Record 57,000 BTC leave exchanges in one day, dropping Bitcoin reserves to pre-crash levels. So what does that mean? That a bunch of Bitcoin, 57,000 BTC leaving the exchanges. And here is the chart. Just check out these charts. And you see that this is the gray is the Bitcoin price. This blue is the inflow and the outflow from the exchanges, the net flow. So when you see a spike up, then people sending Bitcoin to exchanges in order to sell. When you see this outflow, then people withdrawing Bitcoin from exchanges because they purchased what they wanted and they are sending it to the cold wallets. And this is also a sign that less and less Bitcoin is traded on the exchanges. Okay, so Bitcoin balance on exchanges. Another chart, we see that Bitcoin balances on the exchanges started to drop and drop sharply. So that is why in the past few months, balances have been wrong, because more and more people panic sold and then sent Bitcoin to exchanges. But now you see this huge drop in the balances. In search of solid support, yes, bears scattered at Bitcoin hit 40,000, but pro traders remain cautious. To put in simply being bullish from 29,600 into resistance, but today, to me, signals need to go down for higher low. So some traders that think that Bitcoin should go to 36,000 to get a higher low, because as you check here, that actually on the, let's see, on the 4-hourly, we don't have too much higher lows, because that was a higher low, but we don't have any higher low here on the chart on the 4-hourly. Okay, so the next piece of news Glassnode looks at state of Bitcoin amid extremely quiet on-chain activity. So on-chain activity seems to be quiet. Then let's check these charts. Number of sending versus receiving entities. So you see on this chart that this is the Bitcoin price. The green is the entities that are receiving, and the pink is entities sending fiat. So that's quite interesting because entities that are receiving Bitcoin are growing, and entities sending, so not fiat, but entities flat, it's getting flat. So less people sending Bitcoin, but more people receiving. So they might receiving from exchanges. Okay, on a 40-day median basis, the entity-adjusted transaction volume for Bitcoin remains depressed at around $5 billion per day. This remains a significant decline from 16 billion per day prior to May's sell-off. So it's really falling down from these levels, and entities not sending Bitcoins, so they are not sending it to exchanges. The short-term holder MVRV rarely trades on at such oversold conditions, with almost all historical instances being followed by significant price rallies. That said, these fractals typically only occur in bear markets, noting that this includes the final capitulation event which starts a macro bull. Okay, so you see we have Bitcoin price in gray, and this is the realized value ratio, so market value to realized value. And we see that now the market value is really low compared to the realized value. And then it's also signaling a bull market starting when it's dipping. So you can check it in all these dips, that after these dips we are seeing a nice bull run up. At this stage, it remains to be seen whether the market can turn the macro trend around and confirm a resumption of the bull market. If so, it would resemble to 2013 double pump market. If not, the probability of being a bit mid-bear fractal may increase. And this is from Glassnode, so all on-chain analysis, and they are comparing it to 2013 when we have seen this small bull market, kind of this double pump, and then that was a double pump that time, and we will see kind of popular analyst predicts parabolic second phase of Bitcoin bull run, says bottom is in for Ethereum. Okay, Kaleo, Crypto Kaleo. So he says Bitcoin even better. So he has this prediction just running up to 200,000 and coming back to a parabolic rise to 200,000. Follows the script of BTC 2017 bull market, where the leading cryptocurrency rose from just 2,000 to 20,000 in the span of 5 months. So that was a 10 times increase in Bitcoin price. Okay, so that was in 2017, what we have seen at that time. I'm sharing this because I have a feeling there are a bunch of late bulls that have extreme FOMO, fear of missing out, at the moment, and are trying to over leverage to compensate. Just be patient and continue to stack. BTC is going to 100,000 plus either way. Don't lead greed to knock you down right before it happens. So guys, don't over leverage, don't be fueled, but stack stats and buy Bitcoin. But you know, this is not a financial advice, this is not an investment advice, this is just for purely educational purposes. And you see that if we have this trend line, this is a nice trend line to follow to the upwards region. And also he sees that at ETH meteorically rose from 200 its 2018 high to 1440 according to Kaleo, then a new all-time high of 80,000 by July 2022 for Ethereum. So that would be nice. And also we know that a lot of things will fuel Ethereum because the London hard fork is just on the corner, and also Ethereum becoming deflationary, and that is why you should definitely watch our videos that Ethereum to rally and also Ethereum flips Bitcoin. So watch these two videos, Ethereum flips Bitcoin, Ethereum to rally. And as you are here, please smash the like and also the subscribe and notification all. Thank you for supporting the channel with your active participation. So the next piece of news, crypto veteran Bobby Lee predicts Bitcoin peak over 250,000 before massive drop. Here is one. So Bobby Lee, we have Bobby Lee so many times in the news. I don't officially give financial advice, but personally I'm confident that the later half of this year, Bitcoin will go back above 65,000. I think it will peak out about over 250,000 later this year. So he expects Bitcoin to reach 250,000 later this year. I think Bitcoin will have its bull cycle every 3 and 4 years in the coming years. I expect Bitcoin to pass $1 million, $2 million easily in the next 10-15 years. In fact, the next cycle I predict to be in the year 2024 or 2025, and that's when Bitcoin will cross $500,000 and might even touch 1 million. Okay, so China has banned Bitcoin. Okay, so when Bitcoin goes to 1 million US dollar, China might ban Bitcoin altogether when people are no longer allowed to hold it. But now, for now, people are allowed to hold Bitcoin, but exchanges and companies that they are offering services to buy Bitcoin, it's prohibited and banned. The next piece of news, XRP price analysis. XRP jumps 20% in the past 24 hours. Will price break $1 US? So we know that yesterday that was the news that in Japan, one of the biggest bank that it's an investor in Ripple will opening up together with XRP an on-demand liquidity fund that all the remittance market companies and money transfer companies can use. So that was the news behind the XRP pump. It was a nice 20% pump and first time in over 2 months. And you see on the chart that we had several support boxes here, and now XRP pumped a really nice wall, and it's also peaked about one of the highest level that we reached in this falling cycle, and the first target would be around 0.8 and then to target $1 US. Yeah, so that could be a sign. For the first time in nearly 5 months, the 200 moving average is now acting as support. This is a great sign that the trend has now changed to short-term bullish. If bear continue immediate control, XRP may drop back to its major support of 0.68. If these supports cannot hold, XRP will likely fall harder to its support box from 0.6 and 0.63. Okay, so that's the XRP news. The next piece of news is about Cardano. Cardano must break crucial resistance to head to $2. Okay, Cardano remains stagnant despite breaking out of the descending triangle. The 1.33 resistance level has proved to be significant for ADS trend, and this barrier could see prices rise to 1.81, so almost $2. And you see the clear falling trend. This is the downward trending trend line, and ADA Cardano just broke this trend line, but there is not too much strength to increase from here. Okay, let's see what else do we have. Okay, so more than 200,000 addresses bought 3.3 billion ADA in this price territory. So a lot of new investors came into ADA. The next piece of news. First, US Bitcoin mutual fund launched by 60 billion fund manager. The first publicly available US mutual fund that generally tracks the price of Bitcoin has been launched by a 60 billion fund manager. So not a small guy, not a small company launched this mutual fund, but one of the biggest investment fund pro funds launched this. Okay. So the CEO Michael Sapir said that compared to directly buying Bitcoin, which may involve opening a new account with an unregulated party, this pro fund offers investors the opportunity to gain exposure to Bitcoin through a form of investment method that tens of millions of investors are familiar with. So this is a mutual fund. I think that you are buying a share, or you are giving some, you are lending some money to the funds, and then you are taking, you are being part of the fund. ProFunds launches first publicly available Bitcoin mutual fund in the US. The next piece of news, and quote, cryptocurrency has become a significant asset class, and our new Bitcoin strategy Pro Fund provides investors access to a Bitcoin strategy through a mutual fund investment. Compared to directly buying Bitcoin, which may involve opening a new account with a So this is almost the same what we have seen last time, but also we know that almost 15 ETFs have been submitted. But our next piece of news, that Federal Reserve keeps rates near zero, still sees inflation as transitory. Okay, so this is from Jeremy Powell, the chairman of the Fed, and the central bank is not comfortable with inflation well above 2% where it is now, but noted the price increases in used vehicles, airline tickets, and hotels seems to be temporary. So guys, the inflation in the US is 6%, so almost about 5%. And also we see that some, let's say, renting a car or some different services just raised 100% or even higher. And yeah, inflation has risen, largely reflecting transitory factors. And quantitative easing is just continuing, so money printing going brrr. So with more and more printed US dollar, we will see higher and higher inflation. And you know, as Bitcoin is a non-inflationary asset, you have a well-predicted plan how new Bitcoins will be created, that more and more investors and institutions just realizing that they are hedging against inflation with Bitcoin. Fed Jeremy Powell, inflation could turn out higher than expected. So now at almost 5%, then it will turn out it's higher, that maybe it will be 10%. The next piece of news, IMF warns Bitcoin and crypto assets pose substantial risk to macro-financial stability. Yeah, guys, of course, as we have a non-correlated, open source, programmable, immutable, decentralized money, that yeah, especially it can be dangerous to a centralized and printed currency. And quote, the most direct cost of widespread adoption of crypto assets such as Bitcoin is a macroeconomic stability. Monetary policy would lose by it. Central banks cannot set interest rates, and the foreign currency, usually when a country adopts a foreign currency as its own, it imports the credibility of the foreign monetary policy and hope to bring its economy. Okay, guys, so I'm a little bit tired to go over this, but it's nothing like that. They want to preserve their fiat system. They want to preserve their existing finance system, but Bitcoin and crypto as a programmable and trustworthy assets is here, and that is why the evolution cannot be stopped. Russian time capsule to facilitate inheritance of crypto assets. So Russian university to provide service allowing crypto investors to secure the future of their coins. The service will allow you to securely store digital data assets from passwords for social networks to keys to Bitcoin wallets. So it's a capsule. It's also good if you are saying that, okay, I want to lock up my Bitcoins for 10 years. I don't want get any access. Maybe I would spend it, but let's put it in a wallet for 10 years. I cannot get any access with this capsule. After 10 years, just I can open the wallet, and here is my Bitcoin, and Bitcoin reached, let's say, $5 million US. I will be really happy. The next piece of news: PayPal's crypto super app set to roll out soon. Okay, code complete, fully ramped, the United States in several months. I think with this super wallet, super crypto app, we are seeing strong adoption and trading of crypto on Venmo. We are one of the few payments companies to allow customers to use cryptocurrency as a funding source. So I see that PayPal will launch this crypto app that allowing also not just buying and selling and storing crypto assets, but also lending it and borrowing it, putting in a crypto saving, earning interest, and also maybe some DeFi. So that is huge. So I think this is a really, really important. The next piece of news: Bitcoin capital of the world, aka Miami, gears up for crypto splash with Miami coin. So guys, Miami wants to become a crypto center, and they are issuing the Miami coin. Maya, the city token, will be used to fund the development of Miami, as well as encourage people to move to Miami, which is currently home to roughly almost 500,000 residents. So guys, if you have a crypto company, then the best city to move after El Salvador and many other places is Miami, because you will be supported. You can pay your taxes, you can pay your fees in crypto, and also you will find a lot of other companies and friendly people to support your business. So this is a huge news, and we'll see that this Miami coin will perform. The next piece of news: Mike Novogratz, founder of Galaxy Digital, says institutions are buying Bitcoin. Politicians need more crypto education. So don't forget that Mike Novogratz is coming from Goldman Sachs, one of the biggest investment bank in the world. So Mike says that cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin have bounced back because institutional investors are buying. Responding to US Senator Elizabeth Warren's anti-crypto stance, he stated, "We need to do a much better job going to DC to educate lawmakers." So they should educate lawmakers and not just screaming that we need education, we need regulation, we need regulation. Elizabeth Warren's doing, but also they need to put an effort to educate politicians why they don't have to fear from crypto and what are the benefits if they can use for. Crypto has bounced back because institutions are buying. That sent a signal to the whole crypto market that this isn't going away. It was disappointing. She was super serious. She was smug, really disappointed. She hadn't done any work. This is a progressive technology. She is supposed to be a progressive. So it's from Elizabeth Warren. It just tells us we need to do a much better job going to DC and educate lawmakers. If banks had the transparency of DeFi protocols, we wouldn't have had the mortgage crisis. DeFi will win because it's better. So guys, I think this is the most important takeaway from this video, because if banks had the transparency of DeFi protocols, we wouldn't have had the mortgage crisis back in 2008. And you know, in 2008, almost the whole world got really close to collapse because this over-leveraged greed, banking, mortgage stuff. So, but if DeFi will win because it's better, it's not so greedy and shady like the banking system sometimes. So that's for today. Let's check some charts here. So we see Bitcoin is hovering around 40,000, and also we are in this symmetrical triangle, and Bitcoin should decide even go up or down within a few hours. And as we are checking the shorts just have been squeezed out, but now we see, but it's not nothing else that we can see. So shorts are in low territory now, and Bitcoin dominance just increased, and yeah, so we are targeting almost 50, and I think Bitcoin will have some consolidation around 50. That we might see some altcoins will be lagging, but when the Bitcoin dominance will going sideways, then we might see some nice altcoin pumps. Also Cake looking very good, and also Binance coin is looking really good, and all other coins are looking great. And let's check Ethereum on Bitstamp. And you see that we have this W that indicates us the 3,000 price target, the neckline. We are below the neckline, but just Ethereum is preparing to getting some more strength. And we are also in a triangle. So Ethereum broke up from this triangle, and the target from this triangle is at almost, okay, so it's around at 3,400, but first we need to reach this target zone. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something. Please smash the like, subscribe, push the bell notification, and share with your friends, because these are the most important crypto news that you have to be updated every day, because this give you a power to be alive even when the market is dumping, and you will be well educated why you should embrace crypto, Bitcoin, and this amazing industry. And also we at CorionX working on this, also not just promoting ourselves and our tokens, but promoting and educating about crypto. So guys, smash the like, subscribe, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.